All right, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about relationships because it seems like a lot of people have gotten relationships real twisted. And, I mean, from time to time, I talk about a lot of different things, mostly things I've been thinking about. And I've been thinking a lot about relationships. Well, uh, family are relationships. If you take and break down the word relationships, then I'm sure there's multiple meanings. But a lot of people seem to just take it like I'm in a relationship with this person at the time or something like that. But family is a huge relationship. Your children are a relationship you share. They have a relationship with you being their parent and you with them as your children. And I would say friends as well. I mean, you have minor relationships, but I don't even put those in the same category when I refer to relationships on myself. Like somebody that I just know, I see him every once in a while. I don't know that person. That's just some person. Fuck that person. He's a scrub. I don't want to know that person. They shout my name out. I say hi because I'm not mean or whatever. I haven't seen you in a while. Whoop-de-whoop. But I'm not going to, make it a big deal or anything. But a real friend, that's a true relationship for me. So, I try to, put aspects on relationships more nowadays. Before I didn't do this. Before all I cared about was not being alone, things like that. But when I really sit back and think about it, I'm not alone. I have a lot of people in my life. I've got family, I've got friends, I've got children. I don't need a woman. And my biggest reason for talking about this is because I feel like men, and not just men, especially women too, y'all just cannot not be in a you cannot be in relationships who, with another person, another gender, I guess. You all screw it up. I mean, women. I'm always bashing on women. Women are always like a topic of mine. I talk about how bad they are. I use it in comedy when I'm doing stuff. I try to make routines up about them, and it's not just females. It's males too, and we all have a lot of issues. But the main thing to get is that we don't completely need to, uh, tear each other down so much. And, being in a relationship, just jumping from one to another, that's how you learn to tear relationships down, not build them up. You need to be more of a person with your life where you value yourself more than anything else. Especially younger people. I mean, I'm 30 years old. I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not young. But, I've lived through my 20s and I know what I did in my 20s. I know how I thought and I know how a lot of people think. And it's just very sad, to see what people have gone through. I was raised in a family where pretty much most of the people in my family have stayed together, through the good and the bad. And I've seen them get ugly and I've seen them, make up. But it's never been as ugly as some of the partners I've had, or anything like that. Or some of the stuff I've heard friends or close people to me talk about they've had with their partner. And, I think a lot of it has to do with just the way people act, We choose unwisely when we're young because we're young, we're dumb, and we don't want to be alone. We want to be with somebody. And, I mean, look at yourself. Let's look at it from a man's aspect. I'm a man. I'm young. I'm in high school, for instance. All right. All of a sudden, one day, bam, I hit puberty. I already liked girls. All right. Now I hit puberty. Sex drives, hormones, raging, going crazy, everything like that. It's just all up in my head. My whole body's just full of adrenaline. I see females walk down the hallway. They look like they're just dressed like normal. All right. But I'm a little boy. I've got all these, endorphins running in me. Bam, I started to get horny when I have sex. So the mind's just crazy at this point. Yeah, but it's understandable. You're young. You're going through it. And you carry that on for a while because it takes time, it takes experience to get your mind away from that. I mean, I don't know how females act. And I don't know how your all's, chemical makeup is like at that age. I'm sure it's kind of the same way. You're going through your sexual changes and things like that. So you're still having, those thoughts. My daughters, I hear them talk about boys. And, well, I mean, I haven't heard them in a while, but, I remember hearing them talk about boys. But, it kills me, hearing that, but it's understandable. So, girls, that's the way they show it. They talk about guys and, they want to be in love and shit like that. Guys, we want to fuck. So, but as you get older, you got to push yourself past that, especially if you want quality in your life. Right now, my life's not, the greatest, I would say. Some people aren't going to look at it like that. I like my life. I'm not depressed, which is, goal number one. I mean, I guarantee if I Googled depression in America, it would be like 80%. So, I'm already out of that category. So that's amazing. Um, I, I'm generally happy for the most part. I've got friends to talk to. I got family. I'm just not dating anybody. Yeah, I've dated before. I mean, I've had relationships, but I think I've come to a point where I want to focus on me. What happens, happens. And that's hard to say because, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day, but I'm not going to rush nothing. I heard a great quote the other day, and it was actually for females, but I kind of try to tweak it for a male. And what it said for females was, don't be mad at the man who is seeing multiple women. Be the woman at the end of the line of the race. Be the winner basically. So, for men, let's look at it like this. Test the water, be with multiple women. The one that stands out up front, she's leading the pack. That's the one you want to be with. If you set it to your standards, of course. Make sure she's meeting all the criteria. But don't pick one and throw, 6 months, 8 months of your life away on this one person. And like I said, this is for men and women. This is not just, this male chauvinistic jargon that I'm throwing out there. Ain't nothing like that. This is like good information you should take to heart. Do not waste your life. If you're going to spend time with people, get to know as many people as you can. The right person will fall in your lap someday. You ain't got to chase them down. It might happen tomorrow, but I wouldn't say jump on that relationship tomorrow. Get to know the person. If I take somebody on a date tomorrow night, for instance, like for an example, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give them an amazing date. I'm not going to worry about what I spend. I'm not going to be worried about, what they think. I'm going to be myself. Try to have a good conversation because, number one, if she can't have a good conversation with me on a date, I don't want to be around you because you're never going to be able to talk. I'm going to see what she's paying attention to. Is she more into me and what we're doing? Is she more into her cell phone, for instance, than what's going on at the time? And, you got to pick out the little things and watch all the little things. I think guys, we take women out and it's like, oh my God, I've landed this chick. So, you don't pay attention to that. But men, pay attention now. That's what women do when they go out with you, man. Those second dates that don't happen, that's because women are testing you. You need to flip the switch. Be that man. Be the tester. Don't be the one that's, trying to, finish her test. Put her up to the test. Women like a challenge, man. Women are stupid in that way. And I'm not trying to bash y'all, but, y'all like men playing games, goofy stuff like that. And it's just ridiculous. But you all like that. I don't know why. Even, the most political, knowledgeable, hardworking women, they love that. They want to be pursued, They want to be showed that they are worth putting all the effort into. So show them in a good way, but don't give it all to them, And like I said, if women are desperate, change your habits of being desperate. Do the same thing. Don't give it all to a man, Start to change our society. A long time ago, people stuck together. When they found somebody, they didn't, go out, fuck, have a baby, get married, whatever, and that was it. People got together, dated for a while, talked, they made it nice. And then, those are the people that have, grown up in my life, probably most of your all's lives, that are still together. Some of them got divorced. Some of them haven't. But, the divorce rate nowadays is so intensified that it just is astounding. Not going to bring religion into it. I'm not going to bring anything into it other than the fact that people are just not using their basic given skills. You know, you're a person, and you are born on this planet alone, okay? You come out of that shit alone. Even if you're a twin, you're alone. You're put in a separate bed. You know, you were taken care of separately, wrapped separately, held separately. You have your own brain. You're alone. You know, when you die, it's the same way. There could be 500 people around you when you die, but your soul leaves your body and is alone. Nobody knows what truly is going to happen, but you're alone. So if you cannot deal with being alone during your life, you will never value your life. You'll never be able to get something in your life that is worth having in your life. So who's going to take the time to find the right person for them if they can't even be alone enough time to find that person? You know, I'm not going to harp on, you know, famous people or rich people or things like that, but, you know, they obviously have qualities that a lot of people don't have. And not all of them have good relationships because of maybe their lifestyle. And it's been twisted up because of, you know, their own, you know, human being actions. You know, humans make silly mistakes. So, you know, whatever. But they were different than us. That's what got them to that level. You know, you hear stories about actors that slept on a sidewalk for months and then they finally, you know, got a job. I mean, how many of you right now could sit there and say, I will sleep on the sidewalk for 6 months to pursue my dream? None of y'all. That's why you all working in fucking gas stations. All right? And you're college graduates with degrees in law and science and all this shit. And you do a construction job for a living because you can't deal with yourself. You can't deal with putting in forward what it takes. You just take what is given to you in front of you. You don't make your path in life. So make your own path. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. You know, you see a lot of me sitting here at the house, you know, ranting on these videos, but I go out and I meet people and I experience things, you know, stuff I never thought was going to happen in my life. I'm doing what makes me happy. And one day my life's going to be extremely happy. I'm sure of that. I just got to, you know, get it there. And you know what? At this moment in my life, I don't give a fuck if I'm single forever. Because, you know, it ain't hard for sex, all right? Here you go. It ain't. So any of y'all thinking that sex is hard, I'll give you 2 solutions. You know what? Get a job because sex costs money. Don't matter if you're taking a woman out on a date or if you're just picking up a hooker. No matter what, it costs money. But it's not that hard to do. If I go to the bar right now, I'm paying money, mind you. You know, I'm putting out some drinks. There's going to be a drunk girl. There's my sex. Leave her be. Go on my way. Keep doing my thing. There, I got my sex. I'm done with it. All right? I ain't a fiend. I don't need it every fucking 10 minutes of the day. So my life goes on. Bam. You know, so get the fuck over it. I don't need somebody with me to talk to on that level who's just going to bitch me out every time because I'm not buying her things she needs or I'm not doing what she wants. I didn't take her to movies or whatever. I can't, or, you know, I'm not home enough. You know, I don't need that kind of person. I need a person that's not going to act like that. So if I'd rather just deal without it. If I need someone to talk to, you know, a lot of people would say that would be the person, but guess what? That's what I got family and friends for. And I can make plenty of friends. And I've got plenty of family already. If you want to be a part of my family, then, you know, it's going to be a long process. You know, you got to be a person that's relatable to me, share interests, things like that. We have a good time with each other. You know, that when we fight, we can resolve our arguments, all right? And we don't drag them on for days at a time. And, you know, sometimes it takes one person to be bigger than the other in a relationship. But I say before you start your relationship, you need to figure out, you know, A, B, C through Z, you know, blah. Because if you haven't figured those out, it's too early, man. All right? So I'm going to leave it at that. I know I made a mistake, Alt. But that steak's getting fixed right now, so don't worry about that. And Daddy went through his rant. Got to think of something to talk about. I love you, little 3 guys. I'll see you later.